Hey, Dan Kelly here. Just wanted to say hello to everybody. Just wanted to thank you for coming to my website, checking everything out, and give you a little bit of background about who I am and how I got into affiliate marketing and really what I feel like it can do for me in the long run. About 10 months ago, I found a person out there, Vic Strazus, and he is associated with the 4% group. Like everybody else, you're trying to find a way to earn that extra income and hopefully at some point, be able to have it be your primary income. At this point, it is not, honestly, and I am trying to do a better job of putting myself out there. I think that's really what I've lacked, and at this point, this video is really one of the first that I've ever done. One of the main reasons I got into affiliate marketing was I really wanted to try to spend more time with my family, be able to have more time to spend with my kid. She's 9 years old. She's somebody who I really enjoy hanging out with. We have a lot of fun. Like everybody else, you want to be able to do all those activities with your kids that you see a lot of parents out there being able to do. And, with both of us, my wife and I working, it's not always that easy to just pick up and leave work and go to whatever event she has going on. I can remember as a kid, grew up in a big family, one of 9 kids, the last of 9 kids, and I would say my parents did a real good job of trying to always be around, but my parents were a little bit older by the time I started to really, get into my teen years. But, I can remember some great things, on my wall back here. If I pan away, that's actually the 1980 U.S. hockey team. One of the coolest things I remember is, being like, I think I was 12 years old and sitting there, back then they didn't have live broadcasts. So at least at that time. So the game was tape delayed and we didn't know the results. I was sitting there, my dad was on the couch laying down, hanging out, having a beer, maybe a martini. And so we just were hanging out watching the game. And, he, as a kid, he had gotten polio when he was like 16. So he didn't have, he could walk, everything was fine, but he did have a limp. So when we were watching the game, it was just super exciting. I mean, I don't know how many of you have actually had the ability to see it, or, those of you, most people on the internet these days probably aren't that old and haven't seen it, but it was a fantastic game. Definitely enjoyed it. I can remember when they scored the goal to go up and, my dad jumped off the couch and it was just super exciting. And it's one of those moments that you always think about as a kid. And I just want to have a lot of those moments with my kid, and I want to have a lot of those moments with my family. So affiliate marketing is something I got into. I've been learning quite a bit about it, learning through several different groups. I've taken more classes than I care to talk about. I think I've become, in some ways more of a professional trainer and, or a course taker, because I've taken so many courses. And I think that's one of the problems that a lot of us that are out there trying to be successful at this is that we end up just taking more courses but never taking action. And this is why I'm making this video. I've really been quite reluctant to put myself out there, but I know that the only way to see success is to really gotta not care what other people are going to think. It's just part of it. You just got to kind of run with it. And, some will, some won't. And, who cares? And you're going to have people that are going to like you. You're going to have people that aren't going to like you. But you're just going to have to get past it. I've put several ads on Facebook. I've done some things. And I've definitely gotten some, some of the, I guess people just don't have anything better to do. And they just want to, instead of just ignore it, they don't have to look at your ad. They don't have to say anything. But instead they choose to make comments that you would just think, it's like, why would they take the time to tell you, you're a complete a-hole or whatever they want to say, and just say horrible things. But you kind of just have to let that go off your back, which it took me a little while to kind of let that sink in and just forget about it and just know that you can't really care what people are going to think, and you just have to kind of move forward. I have learned quite a bit. I've had some great people out there that have taught me several different strategies. I've created my own website, as you can see, and so far things are going pretty good. They could go better. There's no doubt about it. I think I've done too much procrastinating in terms of just being afraid to publish, being afraid to make videos, being afraid, thinking that people are going to say stuff. Oh, what's going to happen if my family sees it, or what's going to happen if my friends see it? It is what it is. There's not much really I can do about that. I'm going to try to do the best I can to help those people that hopefully start following, and if there's anything I can ever do to help, I want to be there to do that. So at this point, I just want to say thank you again for coming to check out my website, and I'm hoping that if there's any questions that anybody has, please feel free to email me. You can find that information on my website. You can also check out some of the links that are down below, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that good or bad. I don't care. To be honest with you, it's not going to make a difference. I'm going to keep pushing forward, and I'm going to continue to try to build success, build a list, build some followers, and have some great success in the future. So to all those of you out there that are thinking about doing this, I think it's worth a shot, and you just got to put yourself out there. You got to know that there's always going to be haters, but you just got to stay positive. You got to start thinking more positive about everything that you do. A lot of what I do is I try to listen to those people out there like the Les Browns and the Tony Robbins, people like that continually try to teach you how to build yourself up and stay positive. One of the cooler sites I've found out there is IamFearlessSoul.com, which is a great website to have short little motivational things that you can listen to on a daily basis to really get you kick-started to go in the right direction. I've learned to try to take my days and start early, get up, do some exercise, take about 15 or 20 minutes of just myself. And so I think, if you don't get anything out of this besides just remember to take some time for yourself, sit back, whether you do a journal, whether you do yoga, motivation, whatever it is, just don't forget that, get up early, try to avoid that stress of, jumping out of bed and having to rush to do everything. I think if you are able to start your day off early and get things going, you're going to have a much more successful day. Everything's going to go a lot smoother. So please, like I said, give me some feedback. I think the 4% group has been really good. I've learned quite a bit. They have fantastic courses there, and there's a great, the Success Challenge has been great. I've learned quite a bit. So much stuff that I had no clue about. And, I'm hoping that if you have any questions, again, just please let me know. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you visiting my website, and let me know if there's anything I can do. Take care.